Welcome to Layers of Living Water. I'm so glad you could join me today. The title of this program is Cows Don't Give Milk. And you may be thinking to yourself and saying, wait a minute, milk comes from cows, so they do give milk. Well, there's a story. It comes from an unknown author that has a lot to say about that, and I want to share that with you today because if we can find the answer to this, we might find an answer to help each and every one of us along our way in life. So in this story, there was a young lad. He was 11 years old, coming up to his 12th birthday. And the father came to him and he said, "Son, I would like to give you a very special present on your 12th birthday. I'd like you to think about it and tell me what it should be." And so the boy began to think. He took a few days and he thought about it. He said, "Okay, Dad, I'm ready. I know what I want." So the dad came home from work that day, and the dad said, "Come on, son, let's sit down and let's talk about it. All right, what would you like that will make your birthday very, very special?" And the young man said, "Dad, I would like to know the secret to life." "Wow," the dad said. "Here my son is about to turn 12 years old, and he would like to know the secret of life." Hey, do you know the secret to life? Some of us are probably still searching for the secret to life. Well, I'll go on with the story and let's see what happens with the young lad in there. So the dad said, "Okay." And the dad said, "Ooh, this is going to be a little bit harder than I thought because the secret to life. I must be very careful because this is very important to my son and I want him to understand the secret because this will help him all the days of his life." Let's face it, if you understand the secret to life, no matter what comes your way, you'll be able to deal with it. And so the dad thought, and he knew he had the answer. So he told the young boy, he said, "Hey, get your brothers together because I want you to hear this, but I'd also like for your brothers to hear it because if we can all understand the secret to life, we will do much better in life." So they all gathered together in the living room and they sat down. The father stood up and the father said, "Sons, the secret to life is that cows don't give milk." And the boys all looked at each other and said, "What? How can that be the secret to life? Cows don't give milk?" "Yes, they do. We drink milk. We get milk from them, so they do give milk." So the boys were very puzzled at this, what the father had said, and they said, "Hey, Dad, you're going to have to explain more." So the dad said, "Well, boys, it's like this. If you want to get milk, you have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You must wander your way through all the cow patties out in the field to the barn, get the lights turned on, get the cow in the milking position, get the tail of the cow tied up, get your pan ready, and then you have to milk the cow." You see, if you just walked out there in the morning and said, "Hey, cow, give milk," the cow would look at you and say, "What in the world are you talking about?" So the boy said, "Tell us more, Dad, tell us more. We want to understand what this is all about." So the father said, "Yes, this is true. You must prepare everything. And then when you have done all and you are ready, you sit down on the stool and you milk the cow and you get the milk." You see, the cow was built to give the milk. But you can't just speak to the cow and say, "Hey, give me some milk." You have to take the steps to get there. So you see, the secret to life is wherever you want to get, whatever you're dealing with, you look at the situation and you find out where you want to end up. Do you want to be happy today? Well, what do you have to do to be happy? You want to take the steps just like they did with milking the cow. They got everything ready. They looked in the different layers of the cow's life to see what needed to be done. And once they got everything in order and were ready to go, the milk came forth. So you see, in every situation you're dealing with, there is an answer. There is something you can have. And if you do the steps correctly, you will receive the answer. Just as the boys said, "Hey, if we do properly with the cow, we will receive the milk." The cow doesn't automatically give the milk, but the cow will produce the milk if you take the steps to make it happen. So he said, sons, you need to understand in your life, whatever you're dealing with, you look at the situation, you look at the problem, you look at where you want to go, and you determine the steps that you must take, and you put all the steps in order. Wait, it's very simple. If you sat down with the cow and you did everything but didn't have the bucket underneath, you're not going to get the milk. It's all going to run out on the ground. So you put the steps in order in your life. As you put the steps in order and you faithfully walk through them, you will find the answers to life. So everything you're dealing with in life, there is an answer to. My friend, no matter where you find yourself today, you may be in a problem, you may be in a situation. Let's take a moment, let's stop. For you see, sometimes when we get in the situation, we get all running around, we get all frenzied. The reality is stop, look at the situation, see what layer you missed to finding the answer. And in the midst of that, you will see where the problem is, you will be able to correct it, and you will find the answer. So today, whatever you're facing, there are answers. And I hope you'll remember this little story. When you're facing a situation, just remember that the cows don't give milk. But if you take the steps and do what you need to do, the cows will deliver what they were produced to deliver. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you will find this interesting. And the next time you find yourself in a situation or a problem, you're not sure exactly what to do, remember, cows don't give milk.